So what is up, bosses? It's your boy Boss Fatwod, and welcome back to the Stanley Parable 2. This, ladies and gentlemen, or sorry, the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I guess it is still called Ultra Deluxe because on Steam and everything it is the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Also, the category on Twitch is Ultra Deluxe. So, welcome to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe / the Stanley Parable 2 / any other name the game wants to suddenly change halfway through the game. So, this, once again, is episode number 7. 3 things I want to say before we begin. 1, the last episode was me getting the commitment achievement. If you didn't know, there's an achievement where you play through the Stanley, or you play the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. The same achievement on the original is exactly the same. The only difference is this one is don't play the game for 10 years, rather than the original being don't play the game for 5 years. But the commitment achievement is the same. Play the game from midnight Tuesday until midnight Wednesday. I got that achievement. The last episode was just a sped up version of about an hour and 10 minutes, I think the video actually is, of me getting the commitment achievement. So yeah, no confusion there that this is episode number 7. The last one was just me getting that achievement. I wanted this to be an 100% playthrough on the series, and I didn't want it to be, excuse me, like a 15-20 minute video. So I wanted it to be an hour, and I think it was sped up by times 20, if I'm not mistaken, with a few cuts here because my laptop actually almost turned off, and it also said my antivirus expired and minimized the game. Apparently there's been a fix, so that now I've clicked off the game, now I'm back on the game. It doesn't minimize the game anymore, or at least if you've got one screen it minimizes the game, if you've got 2 then it just pauses the game. That doesn't matter because I've got the achievement, so now I've got 8 of 11 achievements. I don't think we'll be getting an achievement in this video, because the 3 achievements left, I mean, 1 achievement is don't play for 10 years. 1 is settings world champion, and that's another thing of the 3 things I wanted to say. So yeah, that's the first thing. The second thing, I know how to get settings world champion because I had a friend actually tell me on the new content, the door where it literally, I think it is like minimal settings or something like that, like a door that's, no, it might actually be called settings world. Yeah, it is called settings world championship door, where you go to the area where there's the new stuff, so like walk around, that's where we got the bucket. Apparently you move all of the things around, basically what I did with the settings. You move all the settings to every number available, then that door opens. So I think what I've got to do to get that is maybe restart the game, so like the game is actually completely new, I've never played it, and then go through that again. Or maybe I can look up and then, I might look that up, because now knowing that it's unobtainable, I don't mind looking up to see if there's another way. So the other achievement, or the final achievement, is test achievement description, replace this. All I know about this one, that same guy just said you get it eventually. He didn't want to, like, I wanted them to not tell me exactly how to get this. So I know that is obtainable, at least. I know that's obtainable. I'm just not that bit of the game yet. So I've done the first half, which is why it said so close. I'm basically halfway through to getting that one, which is why on Steam overlay it says the achievement I'm closest to is the test achievement. I guess for a bit, commitment was the one I was closest to, but I didn't actually have the overlay up to see that. Either way, oh yeah, the third and final thing, I guess we can begin the game now because it's something that I'm just going to be doing now. I still need to be going to the left door. I'm a complete freaking idiot. My apologies if you know exactly what I'm talking about, but, or because we need to go downstairs.
All of his co-workers were gone.
We need to, I haven't done the downstairs yet. I think there's only
Stanley
one
decided
achievement
to go to
there.
the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
But we've, no, not one achievement there. One ending there. Yeah, but I still need to be on left. My apologies. I was a complete idiot in the last episode because I said I wanted to do everything on the left, then everything on the right. So I think we've done everything that isn't to do with going to the left and going to the right. I think we're 100% in that one. Obviously, we know where the other 2... I think we've got 2 more collectibles to get. One in the blue and red door,
coming to a staircase,
and then one in the room with a lot of boxes.
To his
yeah, we haven't been downstairs yet, so my apologies. I'm very glad that I remembered that because we haven't yet been past this door. This is new content here. We haven't done this.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He
yeah, this is new.
The possibility of facing his boss, admitting
I
he
know what this one is. Yeah,
during work hours, he might be.
So there's obviously 2 endings here. We can do this with the bucket as well.
Economy, why had
cannot believe I completely forgot about this.
All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred. So
this is only deviating once. We went to the left door, but then we went down.
Maybe I am
so the narrator's not annoyed at us.
My co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
Oh yeah, the freaking clock, like the 1, 2, B4.
He began to make other strange observations. For example, Why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh god, no!
Why did
I'm not
doors
real!
close automatically behind him wherever
I'm
they
not a
went?
real human being!
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Every time
Were
I
they
see a
simply
chair or like
repeating?
anything that looks like I might be
No,
able to get up,
Stanley
I
said to
try it.
himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
Coffee
But
nut?
at last, he came to the
The hell was that
conclusion
frickin'?
that had been on the tip of his tongue.
Talking
he
about?
just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He
This
yelled.
is all a dream.
This is
I mean,
all a
maybe.
dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have
Potentially.
finally found an answer, an explanation.
I mean,
His
does anyone know
co-workers
the
weren't
actual
actually
true
gone.
canon
He
story to
wasn't
the Stanley
going to
Parable? I
lose
kind of
his
feel like
job.
we actually
He
need
wasn't
a
crazy
movie.
after all.
Like the
He thought
FNAF
to
movie?
himself,
Nah,
I
no one
suppose
cares
I'll
about
wake
that.
up
Knowing the
soon.
lore of
I'll have to
FNAF? Who
go
cares?
back to my
Knowing the lore of the
boring
Stanley
real-life job
Parable,
pushing
that's when you've got the real
buttons.
freaking
I may as
power.
well enjoy this while I'm
this
still
different?
lucid.
I thought that was different,
He
seeing that wall
imagined
there.
himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Hell yes.
Then
I don't want to
he
float too much
imagined
though.
himself soaring through space on a magical starfield. and
Can I
it
maybe
too
fly
appeared.
so
It
much
was so
above
much
that I can actually
fun,
like go
and
onto the
Stanley
car or
marveled
something?
that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so
Oh god, am I stuck
lucid?
here? Okay, good.
And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating
Yeah, that's a very good
everything
question,
that I'm doing
actually.
and thinking?
Why are
Now
there
the
two
voice was
voices in my
describing
head?
itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly
Now my
strange.
voice is
I'm
describing the
dreaming about a
narrator,
voice
talking about the
describing me,
narrator describing
thinking about
himself,
how it's
talking
describing
about
my
Stanley
thoughts, he thought.
hearing the narrator
One
describe
thought it all
himself,
very odd,
describing
and wondered
Stanley's
if this
thoughts,
voice spoke to
also
all
hearing
people in their
myself.
dreams. The truth
Talking
was that,
about
of
the
course,
narrator
this was
describing
not a dream.
himself,
How could it
narrating
be?
the narrator,
Was Stanley
which is
simply
listening to
deceiving himself,
Stanley.
believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for
That
himself.
young stunner? Is that your
Stanley
name, mate?
is as
Hello?
awake right now
Canon
as he's
ending
ever been
is
in his life.
when you follow his directions, yeah. We've
Now,
done
hearing the
a lot
voice
of stuff. I
speak
think this
these
is the
words
last thing we
was
gotta do on the
shocked
left door.
Stanley.
We gotta do
After
this
all,
one, and then if you
he
didn't know,
was
there's a
certain
bucket
beyond
now
a doubt
in the Ultra
that
Deluxe
this was
version.
in fact a dream.
So all of these
Did the
endings are
voice
like
not
a
see him
twice,
float
like
and make the magical
twice
stars
endings
just a
basically.
moment ago? How
How's
else
it
would
going?
the voice
Good, mate.
explain
How are
all
you?
that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control. That this
And
was
this was a dream.
So he
Don't
closed
think it
his
is,
eyes
mate.
gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
You just
Felt
beat it
the
today,
cool
what, the
weight
whole
of
thing?
The blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
I
I'm
don't
through
think we
with this
will.
dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all
If it
I
was
want.
that simple, then we wouldn't have
I
gone
want
through
my
anything else in the game.
And my wife, and my job. All I want is my
We have a
life
wife?
exactly the way it's always been.
We have an
My life
apartment.
is
How much is
normal.
pushing buttons freaking
I
paying
am
for us?
normal. Everything will be fine.
Yeah, go for every Easter egg now, yeah. So I think I've got... I don't know what class is an Easter egg in here. I guess some endings are Easter eggs, like going out of the window, like jumping to the bottom of the room with a bunch of monitors. I mean, we found the
Stanley
Payday 2
began
mask
screaming.
Easter egg.
Please, someone wake me up.
Yeah.
My name is Stanley. I have a boss.
I
I have
didn't
an
think that
office.
was gonna work.
I am real. Please, just
I mean, I know
someone
that's
tell
not
me
gonna
I am
work because
real.
my memory's
I must
amazing,
Be real.
and I remember
must
all of
be.
these.
Can anyone hear my voice?
That's why I like the
Who
bucket
am I?
ending,
Who
because
am I?
it's so, like, these are all so similar
And
to me.
everything went
Went black. That is a very famous line there. I actually say that sometimes, like when I'm playing a game and it goes dark and I'm like,
This
and
is
everything
the
went
story
black.
of a woman named Mariella.
Hello, Mariella, how are we doing?
Mariella
You haven't found
woke up
Stanley
on a
dead
day
on the
like
ground,
any
have you?
other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and
Oh,
walked
no.
to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to
So we had someone else in
himself,
chat
and then
asking
collapsed
about this
dead on
one.
the sidewalk. And
No,
although she
he
would
asked about
soon
another
turn
one.
to
Never
go
mind.
call for an
No, I think he
ambulance,
asked about
for
this
just a
one
few
and
brief moments,
another
she
ending that
considered
is
the strange man.
going on the right
He
path.
was
I think
obviously
now
crazy. This much
we do this ending with the bucket,
Everyone
and then
knows
that is
what crazy
100%
people
on the
look
left
like.
door. I think.
And in that moment, she thought to herself,
Unless there
how
is like a
lucky she
really
was to
secret
be
thing
normal.
I'm just forgetting about,
I
or a
am
really secret
sane.
thing in this one.
I am in control of my mind.
Because there are endings, there
I
are
know
brand
what is
new
real
endings
and what isn't.
that both with
It
and
was
without the
comforting
bucket
to
are
think
in
this,
Ultra Deluxe. And
and
obviously
in
I
a
don't know
certain
them
way,
because
seeing this man
I
made
haven't
her
played.
feel
I mean, the
better.
game's been out for
Then
a
she
week and a
remembered
day
the
now.
meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions
This
of
ending
her
is
would
wild,
affect
yes.
her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
So this is
She
like
had no
basically...
time for this, so it was only a
So he
moment
thinks
that she
he's
stood
dreaming,
there,
but then essentially
staring
like
down
he...
at the body.
I guess he works
And
so
then she
much that
turned
he's
and
just hallucinating and like he's basically just running around outside instead of in the office. I mean, surely someone would eventually wake him up, unless this is like really freaking early. I got really confused and I was like, why am I at the beginning? That's the whole purpose of the game, myself.
All of his
You do the
co-workers were
endings and then
gone.
you start again.
What could it mean?
Right, so we do the same
Stanley
thing
decided
again
to go to
with
the
the
meeting
bucket
room.
this time.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I really don't remember that being there. Oh, figurine finders committee. Is that just something because... Oh yeah, that's just something because when you go into the meeting room, there's the collectible things there. Okay.
Stanley's bucket. The only co-worker
Oh, I
he
think
would
this is
ever
new.
truly need.
Yeah, we need this to be open again to get the Settings World Championship achievement. That's annoying. Like, I guess... I mean, fair enough, there's like one achievement that you can't get if you miss it.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered
Yeah, we've
the
heard that. I
door.
think the only dialogue that changes is the first one. Yes, it's all different like this now. BRB, alright mate. Yeah, we got you. I mean, what? I guess we can check this.
We must move on from this
Okay.
broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers.
I wonder if you go there
If
enough,
I
he's
come
like,
into a
okay, I'll
staircase,
give you another
Stanley
sticker
and
then.
the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
No, I don't, mate. I want a
But
100%
Stanley
the left
just
door.
couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post.
Okay, it's
during
not
work
different for
hours.
now. I know
He
it
might
is
be
gonna be
fined for
different.
that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that
Waiting for that
risk?
mention of the
All
bucket.
because he believed everyone had vanished. His
Mention the
boss would
bucket,
think he
mate,
was
come on.
Crazy. And then
He is...
something occurred to Stanley.
He is saying just Stanley,
Maybe,
not
he
something
thought to
occurred to
himself,
Stanley and the
maybe
bucket. So I think
am crazy.
maybe...
He looked down
Is
at the
there a
bucket in his
chance?
arms.
Oh, okay,
Am I
good,
crazy?
good. There
He
we
asked
go.
the bucket. The
Now we
bucket
know this is
returned
new.
his gaze,
I was
but said
worried. I was
nothing
like,
at
wait,
all.
have they actually missed
That's
something?
strange, Stanley thought. Usually
I mean, the one
bucket
thing
is a
I've seen
source
them
of
miss so
guidance
far
and
is the
wisdom for me
second
in difficult
appearance of the
times such
adventure
as
line,
these.
saying the adventure
He
line
held the bucket close,
TM,
yet
not
felt
the adventure
none of
line
its
2
familiar
TM,
reassurance
like
and
it says
comfort.
originally.
And that's when
So they
Stanley
actually did
realized,
miss that. I've
this
actually
isn't
found
my
a bug in the
bucket.
game.
It's
Or
just a normal,
not a bug in the game, it's
everyday
just not
bucket.
saying 2.
Someone else's bucket.
Something they
perhaps.
missed.
How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This
Someone
is all
else's
terribly
bucket? The
wrong.
hell?
Surely no
Oh,
good would
God,
come
what?
from this. Who knows what sorts of
It's gone.
bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically
wanted that
grounding
bucket.
presence of his bucket.
The amount of freaking times I've lost this.
Now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground.
It's not just going to be the same now, is it?
Gracious.
It's gotta be different. Like, I mean, these have always been so different.
Mad. Where is it?
Oh, wait.
I must find it.
Oh, come on.
Far off
Oh.
in the distance now.
I can
he
just get up
heard
there
it
anyway.
calling
Can
to
I?
him.
Stanley, Stanley, it's me.
I guess you can, yeah.
The bucket.
Could it truly be? He rushed forward
Potentially
from room
I
to
can
room,
get on top
passing
of one
by
of these chairs
bucket
here.
after the next. None of
I don't
them
know,
were
that might be
his.
something I do
None of
just
them were
in
his
my spare
special
time.
bucket.
Oh, hell
Come
yes.
to me, Stanley.
There's loads of
Find
buckets.
me.
He had to find
Oh.
the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the
Allow me
only way
through
to
there, that'd
truly
be so
restore
cool.
his sanity. And then
Allow me to go
suddenly,
through here.
he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been
I'm not
coming
frozen.
from. The real bucket was inside of him all along.
No, the real
incredibly
bucket
painful.
were the friends we made along the
Stanley
way.
doubled over in agony and blacked out.
No, I wanted to go through the freaking... I wanted to go to heaven. I wanted to go to bucket heaven.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Mariella, is she just a big bucket? Go on, just be a big bucket.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed,
This different?
picked up her bucket
Okay.
of comfort and security, and walked
Was it
to her
like
place of
everyone...
work.
Oh, it's just the
But on
same
this
ending, just
particular
she has a
day,
bucket
her walk
instead.
was interrupted by the body of a man who
She
had
holds the
stumbled
bucket with
through
2
town,
hands. I guess she's
talking and
leveled up the
screaming to
bucket.
himself,
Or
and
I
then
guess leveled up
collapsed
her
dead on the
arms so
sidewalk.
she can hold it with
Right
2.
away, she knew what the
Or is
problem
Stanley holding
was.
something in his
This
left
man
arm, left
had
hand?
No bucket.
Don't really want to know what that is, to be
Of
honest,
course
mate.
He'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion.
Love when it
and
goes
it's
very
all
meta
just
like
a
this.
video
He probably
game.
is just
It could
insane,
all have been
right? That's the thing,
prevented
like he's just
if
very
only
insane.
he'd taken
He
his
ran out of
bucket
the
with
building,
him.
screamed all the way
Perhaps
across
he didn't
here.
even realize
But
he'd
it's like the
forgotten his
narrator was
bucket at
so...
home
He was so
first
focused on what the narrator was saying, he
How
didn't even
cruel the
realise.
world can be
Or maybe it was just like
nowadays.
running with his eyes closed or
He
something, I
hugged
don't
her own
know.
bucket even tighter. But
I mean,
of
I do
course,
feel like
she
the
had no
narrator's
time
like
for this.
controlling him,
There
right?
were a myriad of confusing
I don't know,
problems
because there is
she
an
would
ending where
soon
like
have to
Stanley doesn't
confront.
move and then the narrator
But
can't
her
do
bucket
anything.
Would provide
So I don't know.
absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself. My life kicks ass. And she backflipped
This
all
guy's
the
sworn
way to
twice in
work.
this game now. I guess he's saying ass, which in England is a donkey, or like a baby donkey or something. Then it's the opposite way in America. Whereas ARS is a baby donkey, and then ass is the swear
Stanley
word.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, so now I think, still think, because this is the Stanley parable, that is everything
When
on
Stanley came to a set
the
of
right.
2 open doors,
The left
he
even.
entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Yes, I did.
Perhaps he
Or
wanted to
do.
stop by the employee lounge first, just
to admire it. Yes, I do. I mean, I've already admired it, with and without the bucket, so I guess we will continue on.
Admiring.
And we've
But
also
eager
gone to the
get back
left,
to business,
and I think
Stanley
the
took
left
the
is
first
just
open door
go
on his
down the
left.
lift and then come up again. Yeah.
And so he detoured
come
through
on,
the maintenance
Jesus.
section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
So we've done this. Can you go back further? Let me try this actually. Can you go here and then go back? You can't. Okay. Begin the game again. Guess let's try see if we can get the quick start. Which I realise now you just keep beginning the game again. Maybe there's a beginning that we haven't seen yet. So next I think what we're going to do is go into the room with the bunch of boxes. So I guess now we can go and get the 5 or 5th of 6th or 5 of 6 collectible. Okay, I'm bored now. Let's not do that. Apparently it takes
Stanley
quite a
decided
freaking
to
few.
go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never
What?
functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others.
Jesus
So the thought
Christ,
of
how many
total
freaking different
solitude was
dialogues are in this first
terrifying
bit?
to him.
How many different dialogues are just
No
in
matter
this
how
first
hard
bit
Stanley
alone?
looked, he
That
couldn't
was
find
so
a
weird.
trace
I
of
was
his
like, wait,
co-workers.
you're not meant to be saying about the meeting room yet. You're meant to be saying about the meeting room after, right? You're meant to be saying like all of his co-workers are gone. Does he say no? All of his co-workers are gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he missed something. Wherever. So he does say that in the first bit of dialogue. That was really weird.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley
I know,
knew
mate.
perfectly well.
I'm actually
Perhaps
going to
he
go
wanted
the
to
correct
stop
way
by
this
the
time, or
employee
the correct
lounge
way to
first,
get the new
just
stuff.
to admire it.
As in the old stuff, but the new stuff for the series.
Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous,
This
gorgeous room.
is different.
Thank
Oh, thanks for
goodness
following,
Stanley
by
had
the way,
taken
mate.
this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room
Ooh.
was now too horrible
I think this
even
is
to
different.
consider.
Okay, I think that was actually different. I'm not going to wait here because I don't think it's going to be different
But
completely.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door.
I
on
love
his
how,
left.
like, if you go out of there with the bucket before he stopped talking about the bucket, it actually says, like, oh, the bucket was wrong then. Right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we freaking go. This is when it gets even more exciting.
Stanley was so bad at following directions.
Hell
it's
yes, this
incredible
is
he
all
wasn't
new.
fired years ago.
I love that line. This is all new, I think, like these tables here. I don't think the tables were here before, but then again, my memory's not that good. Okay, well, this is the room with a bunch of boxes. Where is this thing? Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion will cause death. I mean, I know that's something we gotta do. Oh, I see it. There it is. Okay. Well, can I go up here? Oh, I see. Wait, can I drop down here? I can. There's a vent here. Okay, I guess I go and get this first. This is number 5.
You're getting
Hell
close now,
yes.
Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the
Figler
last
and
one,
Marines?
and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be
The
it.
first number will
We'll be
equal the
different
second
people
number.
by
I mean,
then. different in the
you've won
sense that we
life.
used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You
Hell
can't
yes.
go back to when you had no Figler
that's
and
amazing. The
Marines.
first
None
number
of us
will
can.
equal the second number. That's probably the best thing he could have possibly freaking said then. Do I jump off now?
But in his eagerness to
I do.
prove that he is in control of the story,
I
and
wonder
no
if you
one
can
gets to
still
tell
break
him what
it
to
and
do,
actually get- 'cause I know
Stanley
you can
leapt
get
from
down
the
there without
platform
dying.
and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Hell yes. So there's 3 endings I can get here. Oh, here we go. We got it.
All of his co-workers were
We got the
gone.
whiteboard ending.
What
Why
could it
is this the
mean?
whiteboard ending though? Like,
Stanley
why is it called
decided
the
to go to
whiteboard
the
ending?
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Is
really
Stanley
try and do
without the
this
bucket
in an order.
Really Stanley at all? No, surely not.
Yeah, there's so many different dialogues for like
Stanley
without the
clutched
bucket, with the bucket.
tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way. to
Okay,
the
so
meeting
I'm
room,
going to
but Stanley had felt the bucket
run off
calling to him.
telling him
the thing
that
again
employee
with the bucket this
lounge
time.
was simply the place to be.
And then I guess I'll go into
and here it was. Had
the
bucket
vent,
turned out to be
because that's a new
correct,
thing.
was
That
there-
wasn't in the
Never
original.
mind. The bucket was wrong.
Yeah, never mind, the bucket
Stanley
was
took
wrong.
the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
He even said that in a different tone. It's like in freaking Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales, like it's different dialogue tone. Like if you're standing still, they say it normally, and if you're swinging or fighting, they like say the dialogue as if they're out of breath.
No,
That's so cool.
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting
Yeah,
room.
this is new.
Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Okay, I don't want to go to the cargo lift though, mate. I want to die. So let's do it.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might
the bucket
die in
told
one
me to go
another's
that way.
arms. How deeply touching.
We could have landed on the bucket, and then maybe we could have just about survived the full damage. Who
A
knows?
soft wind blew outside and perhaps
Perhaps
rain
rain
started.
started.
And if
Perhaps
it did,
snow
it stopped
started, so
shortly
then you can
after.
use your line as
Stanley
in...
hoped that he would one day
How's that
see
balloon not
weather.
going up? Isn't like Stanley... Yeah, like one of the lines that are not used to like Stanley
When Stanley
touch
came
snow
to
or
a set
something.
of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
I
Stanley
know
knew
it, mate.
perfectly
I
well.
freaking know it. My
Perhaps he wanted to
apologies
stop
for
by
annoying
the
you.
employee lounge first, just to admire.
I wonder if it eventually gets quicker like this cargo
Standing
bay. Obviously,
now
we
in this
literally haven't
incredible room,
gone on it
Stanley
yet.
for the first, but
Like this
eager
cargo
to get
bay
back to
eventually
business,
doesn't...
Stanley took
like
the
it just
first
skips that
open door on his
thing.
left.
So I guess there's still... so there's 8 endings here.
Stanley
We
was
kind of
so
like
bad
the
at
4
following
main ones, and then
directions, it's incredible he
when you
wasn't
get from the
5
guy.
years
But
ago.
I want to do this, because I want to kind of do like the new stuff first. So what is this? This is new. Never before seen. For me, anyway. Literally have no idea what this is. Wait, is that... Oh, I thought I was... For some reason, I literally thought that was the fern. I was like, wait, is that the fern at the top? But then, no, it's a person. Person with a cross on their head,
Stanley
okay.
had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path.
What?
That it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten.
Oh, I thought I broke it.
That it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path.
Oh, that's
that it
weird.
seemed the office had begun. So far off the
Why
beaten
didn't they put
path.
the
That it seemed
frickin'
the office had begun.
collectible here,
So
then?
far off the beaten path. That it seemed the office had begun. So far off the
Hell
beaten
yes.
path. That it
I was
seemed
about to
the office had
beatbox, and I
begun.
realised I
So
couldn't
far off
frickin'
the beaten
beatbox.
path. That it
Boots and
seemed the
cats
office had
and
begun.
boots and
So
cats.
far off the beaten path. That it seemed the office had begun.
feel like you can
So
really
far off
frickin'
the beaten path. That it seemed
made
the
this.
office
I
had
mean,
begun.
they
So
literally
far
made
off the
exotic
beaten
butters
path.
from Cis
That it seemed
Location
the
into a
office had
song.
begun. So far off the beaten path.
He
That
says
seemed
it
the
exactly
office had
like...
begun.
I bet he
So
said
far
it
off the
that
beaten
way.
path. That it seemed the office had
He said,
begun.
drop so far off the beaten path. Like, he says it perfectly in tune with, like, a really cool tune that someone can make.
That it seemed the office had begun.
Alright, so what can I do that isn't that? Can't crouch under that? Because this is one of the very few games where actually, like, something as simple as... Well, something as simple as just jumping off could be something.
That it seemed the office had begun.
Ooh.
So far off the beaten path.
And also something like that, I kind of can glitch through this bit. And that might be something. Okay, I don't want to actually get fully stuck. I guess there's nothing.
You didn't think
So
I
is
was
this?
actually just a recording, did you?
Oh, come
What
on,
a
I was
silly
literally
and
about to
trite
say, so is this-
explanation that would be all the back and forth
Like me actually
between you
turning
and
him
me,
off?
all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording?
Nah,
It was
surely
all
not.
just
You're
in
actually saying
Stanley's
this
head.
right now.
I
If I
bet
go
that's
to the
kind of twist you think is
studio, this guy is in the
revelatory. I bet
studio,
each and
there's
every time you
17
watch a
trillion
movie
of
where
these
it turns
guys
out all to be
recording
in the
every
main
freaking
character's
thing
imagination, you
at the
must
same time.
absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be
To be
you.
crouched and you can actually
Life
get
being an
higher.
unending waterfall of surprises
It's like
and
crouch, can I get on
delights.
these? I think so.
How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Can't get on that one. Oh, that's it. Okay. So we got upset that I thought he was a recording,
A soft
despite
wind blew
him...
outside and perhaps rain
his
started,
voice coming
and if
from
it
a
did, it
recording.
stopped shortly after. Stanley
Okay,
hoped
mate.
that he, as Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere.
Is this new
adventure,
again?
he decided,
Jesus
was
Christ,
for
mate.
all of them.
That's why this game took centuries to freaking release. I mean, it was in 2015? 2015, 2016?
Stanley
That, like, the reveal trailer came out.
This was not the correct
So no wonder
way
it
to
took
the meeting
freaking
room.
years for this game to
But
come out if he
Stanley had felt
literally
the bucket
has
calling to him, telling
25
him
different
that the
dialogue options for
employee
just
lounge
picking up
was
the
simply
freaking bucket
place to
originally.
be.
Jesus
And
Christ,
here it
man.
was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better?
Nah, he's not correct. Never mind, the bucket was wrong.
It was wrong.
Bucket's always wrong.
Stanley took the door on his
So we go
left
back to the
go
vent?
back to the meeting room.
I gotta really remember that. I feel like I hopefully
No,
haven't missed it. I
said
mean,
the
please
bucket.
let me know if I've missed
Don't
anything.
go to the meeting room.
If you've
go
stuck with the
somewhere
series this
else.
long.
The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the car.
Not going to the cargo lift, go in here, mate. Okay. Got the fern, also the person again. Have we got... Was it so far off the beat? Something off the beating path. You think I'd actually know it, freaking hearing it that much? We have no dialogue. There's a chair here this time. It's actually moved. No, it hasn't moved. I'm being an idiot, because the thing is actually over here. Yeah, okay, it's exactly the same. Never mind. Oh.
Okay, this is day number 295.
The hell is this?
Day number... I don't even know. I've lost track.
295, potentially?
Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes.
Is he actually here now? This is genuinely a horror game, isn't it, right?
Euphoria I feel.
Don't freaking remind me that I haven't seen season 2 yet.
time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it.
It's like
Still
146, 147,
haven't
like
figured out why I've
146.5
seen
is the
the
actual number on there.
world so
Evidence number
differently when
252.
This bucket is in
This
my
isn't a narrator
arms.
sound system.
Why everything feels so.
When do you think I'd actually buy this? Is like, that would be a cool bit of merch, right?
This treasure.
Like a narrator sound system, this, and then like actual VHS tapes that has like
can
one VHS tape
monetize
that has all of the dialogue on it. Because you can do that in like the files.
It's unthinkable the amounts of money.
I thought there
people
was
will
like
pay
dialogue
for
that you said
even
when you got
just
the
an
commitment achievement, but I
hour
didn't get any.
with
Maybe
the
on the
bucket.
original. I was quite disappointed with that.
This.
But nothing,
is
like,
my
I didn't even see the
golden
achievement
ticket.
pop up.
But
Whether
I
he
have
even
to be
did.
careful.
So I
Because
specifically
as soon
recorded in
as this
display
gets
capture so
out,
I could see
there's
it pop
going
up.
to
It
be a
didn't.
target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get me.
Oh god.
What's that?
Strange otherworldly
there?
noises.
Camporata.
God, I'm actually getting chills. Why is that genuinely scary? God, I'm actually freaking getting chills. Please end. I've never wanted the ending to actually end before. Jesus Christ. I mean, I'll say it millions of times
All
to
of
make
his
sure
co-workers
everyone knows it. I mean,
were
this game is elite
What could it
with
mean?
not being a
Stanley
horror game
decided to
at
go to
all.
the meeting room.
It's not a
Perhaps
secret
he had
horror
simply
game.
missed a memo.
It's not a horror game at all, yet it's still absolutely terrifying. Just this alone, like just standing here, just hearing nothing, like that freaking escape ending. When you go into the escape pod, my god, like when you go back, like when you end or exit the boss's office before the doors close and then it's just complete silence. The narrator gets cut off, doesn't talk anymore until you actually reset the game or get that ending. It being completely silent, just hearing like
When
slight
Stanley came to
noise
a
here and
set
there,
of two
audio
open
here and
doors,
there.
This was not the correct
Terrifying.
way to the meeting room, and Stanley
Really,
knew it
really well
perfectly
done. Like, this game is
Perhaps
literally
he wanted to stop by the employee
pretty
lounge
much
first,
every,
just to
I guess
admire
apart
it.
from like freaking romance,
The lounge
just
was
about like
grand,
80,
majestic,
70, 80%
perhaps
of
too
game
majestic.
genres in one.
Like, but eager to get
And
back
it
to
doesn't
business,
really try
Stanley
hard to
took
do
the
so, like it
first
just
open
does
door
it
on his
really,
left.
really well. I think genuinely, I don't know, like I'm leaning more towards this one being my favourite game
Stanley
out
was
of
so
every
bad
one.
at following directions.
There's about
it's
5-10
incredible he
games where I'm
wasn't
like,
5 years ago.
these might be my favourite games, but there's like, obviously out of them, genuinely this is probably the one that's the closest to being my actual favourite. Okay, so do I guess I want to do the actual one last. Do I just go fully, yeah, let's just go fully
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Let's jump off.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Or
I realize
let's not jump off. Let's go forward, yeah. Because I realize jumping off will get you the last collectible. And I want to do, you know what, let's do it. Let's freaking do it. Let's go.
What? Really?
Let's
I was
go.
in the middle of something.
Because I got a collectible,
zero consideration for
got an ending, then got another ending. Now we're going to get a collectible.
Bad to happen to you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this.
I don't remember
I really
going downstairs
want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay.
Now,
Oh, the blue and the red door.
This is important. Stanley
there we go.
walked through the red door.
We got it. Ladies and gentlemen.
And there it is.
We've done
the
it.
Last
Hell
Stiggly
yes.
Wiggly. Savor this
Stiggly
moment,
Wiggly.
Stanley. This
The numbers
is a real
match, look.
accomplishment.
6
This
out
is
of
doing
6.
something just for
Both
the
of
sake
the numbers
doing it.
match.
Where so
Amazing.
many people expect to be
Please
rewarded
reset
for the most
it and allow me
trivial
to get them
achievements,
again.
You've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would
Were they
tell
not
you
allowed
that
to
I'm
actually
proud
have
of you
more
for
achievements?
collecting them all, but that
Why
would
was
be
an
like a
achievement not to
reward,
get all of
and we can't
the
have
Stanley,
that.
whatever they're
So,
called,
Instead, I'll just
Stanleys?
say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Hell yes. I'm still very glad that I freaking got all of them. Imagine like the door just closes now. Oh, it does. Oh. Is this gonna be something? This might be something. This isn't gonna be something. I'm wasting my time. Great. I go through the red door, right? Yeah, we'll do what he says first. Yeah, we'll go through the red door.
God, you are willing to listen to me. Do you see
God, this
that
is going to
I
get really
have
confusing doing all
wanted
this
you to be
twice.
happy all this time. The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think, well,
I always thought
have
they
a
actually
solution.
stopped you.
Here.
So I remember watching YouTubers play it, and like they actually stop when he says stopped, and I always thought it actually forces you to stop. Alright, what have we got here? What is this ending? I actually don't remember until I actually... I don't remember this
What are we
at
looking
all.
for?
Oh, this one, yeah, here we go.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Okay, so
if
this
we
one...
just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
Not sure with this one, so
actually
spoiler alert
feel
a bit. You're meant to go
happy.
back and actually kill yourself here. But I don't know if there's any dialogue here, like any newer dialogue. I don't know. I want to try and see if I can get the majority of them. I don't know though. I mean, this does change quite often. Yeah, now we've got this here. And this is still going up, and eventually that will disappear. Yeah, it's getting smaller. So I guess as long as new things happen, like if this resets, then I guess we know, and if this resets without the narrator speaking, then I guess we know it's just not going to do anything else. Is that still vanishing? I feel like this is still getting smaller, right? Actually, no, is it? Yeah, this is getting smaller, yeah. There we go. That's pretty much gone now. Oh, and these are pretty much gone now. So there's pretty much nothing now apart from just these green circles. But if that white, like, cloud stuff actually comes back and does that again, I guess it resets? I mean, the narrator hasn't said anything in a while, but he says, over here he says, like, what are you doing? But then you come back and he starts speaking again. So I guess we try that?
No, wait. Where are you going?
Yeah, he says that. But then if we come back now, we start speaking again, right?
Right. Where were we?
So I guess I'll do that. But then he might just say the same thing. He's not saying anything this time. I think that's just the new, like the... This is different now. Oh my god, this is different now, isn't it? With like the different colours here. Jesus Christ. I think we're just gonna have to stay here for a bit longer. I don't know. I think that's the only secret dialogue, I guess. Like when you come back and he says, right, where were we? Oh, I don't know, because now the pink's going up. and the pink's doing the thing the white was doing. It's gonna go, it's gonna disappear again, then we're just gonna have yellow or green, wherever this color is back, and then it's gonna reset. I don't freaking know. I think I'm just gonna go. I don't think there's anything here. I think this is one where I'm just gonna call the towel in and just say this and the baby game, not doing the baby game. I'm gonna make that very freaking clear. I think this is another one where I'm just going to call the freaking towel in and say, no idea what that is. Maybe like the narrator and like their family. Or me and my family.
Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Okay. Oh, you've spoken again? I have spoken. Who was that guy? I have spoken.
Good.
Here we go.
Can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there.
Who was that guy that said, I have spoken?
Here.
What's his name? Like that weird animal thing. Oh god, that's really annoying me. Who was that guy? Oh god, that's really annoying me now. Every time he said something at the end, he was always like, I have spoken. He had like a weird mouth and he was like a mouse type thing. God, I can really picture him, but I just can't picture where he's freaking from. When this goes, there will be nothing here. And I've never seen that before, but if this disappears... Okay, so it's reset now. It's completely... We've seen this before, it's reset. God, that's annoying me. I'm literally going to be thinking about that forever.
What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
He's still talking. Well, in a bad way, a very good way.
You are going to stay here, aren't you?
Is this an ending? This might actually be an ending. I don't know. Well, let's go back to actually this and see if he says anything again.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
I don't want to do that, because if we can actually do something here, it's going to be very, very hard for me to remember to do all of this twice. Oh, I think that's it. I think we've done it, yeah. Okay. I'm kind of glad that there's not another ending there. Sad at this, I mean, if there wasn't a bucket, I'd be very upset, but because there is a bucket and I have to do all of this twice, I'm very glad. Because otherwise I'd have to do all of this twice, or all of this 4 times. Kill myself twice, and
Please,
wait
no,
700
Stanley,
years
let me
twice.
Stay here. Don't take this from me.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
I'm gonna have to do it, mate. I'll try this once.
Thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
I will get back to the other room. Here we are.
There. See?
Oh God,
This
you're
is
talking
what you
again.
want.
No.
This is where we can both be happy. We really
Oh,
can.
you're still talking.
If we stop
No.
moving, we just have to stop moving.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like this might be one that I have to look up to see if there actually is anything there. I think I'm going to leave that one for now, though.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
Because it's a bit... I don't think they expect you to actually, like, maybe you jump once, go there, jump twice, go there, jump 3 times, go there again.
Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Convince me by telling me there's an ending the other way? I think I'm fine looking that one up, just to see what happens. I'm going to be looking up what happens at the baby ending anyway, because I'm not going to be doing that. Not going to be... It's 4 hours, by the way. I realise I've still said 6 hours in this one.
Can you do that for me?
Actually, 4 hours, now I'm thinking about it, yeah, I might...
Is this really how much
I don't
you
know.
dislike my game?
If I've done everything, if I have 99% of the game, I guess 98% of the game, if all I've got left is don't play the game for 10 years and play the baby game, I will do it. Put my foot down, I will play the baby game. I will do it. Whether or not I'm going to be doing it like literally as consistent as I'm doing the streams now, because that'll be obviously one stream just doing that.
But I guess that was too much to ask.
Or I might even not stream it. I might stream it but then not talk, so I might just like put a podcast on or something. I feel like it'd be boring for me and, more importantly, the people watching, for me to just play the baby game with just doing it like a stream, so I can't just have like a live stream or like a podcast or something else open. One more? Oh no, there we go.
It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Yes, you are. Then is that the end? Because I know sometimes it goes to like another bit. That is the end. Okay, but now we do the same thing with the bucket. Okay, so all of the videos have... Oh,
Stanley,
the hell?
I'm sorry.
but I have to put a pause on things. It's
Jesus,
just-
that really
it's those
freaking scared me.
figurines, Those figglers.
God,
I
why did
haven't
that
stopped
scare me
thinking
so
about
much?
them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most
hell?
intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't
There is
it
something
fill
that
you to the
happens.
brim with inner richness?
God, that really
Yes,
really
I know
freaking made
we're
me jump. I
supposed to
don't
be
know
telling a
why.
Story, but won't you
I was
please
like, wait, am
indulge
I...
me with
What's
one
happening?
more trip back to the memory zone?
Oh
I
God.
would love nothing more than to
I remember
revisit the
this.
figurines. Just one more time.
It was one of the first things I did. Yeah, the memory zone here. Okay, so there is still new content here, so can I still go back? When now remembering when Stanley found the collectibles. Okay, so that actually changes, yeah. This is like now remembering the Stanley Parable 1 or something before, right? Can I still go back to the new content place? Yeah, this is new, down here. Because, yeah, in memory, the Stanley Parable, that's where I went before. Why is everything missing here? Audience Awards, the Stanley Parable 2014 Independent Games Festival, hell yes. Stanley Parable won a face? Amazing. This is new.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible.
Them,
Back
can
then,
you
we
find
had no
them?
idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Is this going to be 7 of 6? Can I avoid it, actually? What's over here? Oh. Okay.
And here was a second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by
Oh, yes.
poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6.
So it's
But you
actually going to be in
continue
the order of me
surprise
finding
in all
them.
sorts of
I think I've messed up on the
mundane,
first one though, so I'm not going to have 12 of
unremarkable
6 now. Yeah, I think I messed up on the first one not getting it.
Okay, let's do a little
On the
quiz.
stairs boss's office.
Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
Well, I must have gone under the stairs first. Yeah, I must have gone under the stairs first because I remember saying... I thought it was boss's office, but then I realised, yeah, on the way to the boss's office, you go to the stairs first. It must have been this one.
That's exactly
Yeah, I was
right.
going to say, it must
was
have been.
here, under the stairs. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to
Would have been cool
forget
if it
your
just
third
allowed me
time
to
doing anything.
actually go to the boss office normally. I think it's opened this black void here, right? Is where I go back. Here we go. Now we go to
Let's
the
see,
boss's
what came
office.
Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
Yeah, it definitely didn't happen. For like I would have definitely remembered that. I'll get it though, because I want to freaking miss the other one. Unfortunately, I'll only have, I guess, 11 of 6. Yeah, it's a bit strange. I'm not entirely sure I remember this as well.
This was the 5th mini Stan, and this one was really something
The
special.
4th one was
It
actually
in
the boss's office one.
warehouse. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
How you found it? Oh god, it's like the really old PowerPoint presentations people used to make. What's that back there? That is literally what I said, right? It's mini stand number 5. I don't remember saying that. I love how it's just like so low res, like the freaking... It's like the square, was it like a 4:8 aspect ratio, I think? Hell yes. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. The narrator, Stanley. The narrator.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I
And
spent
then
a lot
you
of
remember
time
how
making
good the
that
game
video,
actually
but
looks.
it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Oh, I can't fall off. I was about to say, what happens if I fall off here? I cannot. Oh, and then do I go in here and then that's the next one? Yeah. Or the last one, which was... Oh yeah, the last one was like the blue and the red door. But then is it going to do the memory of collecting the ones again here? Is it going to do the memory of, oh, remember when you remembered where the first one was?
Then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others.
This is really cool.
Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected.
The numbers aren't equal anymore though. It's 11 or...
other,
is it 11? Yeah, it's 11 of 6.
For the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Okay, yeah, so it's the same. Make sure it's the same? Yeah, it's the same, okay. So I guess he, again, recorded all of them differently because you might have got like the red and blue one first, or maybe you have to get them in that order, which if you do, then that would be insane.
There was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing
That's very
left
weird.
to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, Memory Zone.
Bye-bye, Memory Zone. Sad, because I still want the freaking achievement.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't
Stop
there some way
the
we
loading
can stay
screen?
here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the Memory Zone again from the opposite direction.
Hell
See how
yes.
that feels.
See if I remember it correctly. We're gonna get more of them?
The room with the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must
So
say,
annoying now
all
that I
the
didn't get the
figurines
freaking
we
first
looked
one.
at in our initial
Where it
tour
gets
of the
actual
Memory
7 of
Zone,
6.
This one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
Was it going to be the same dialogue? That actually disappeared
and
from
here's
here.
where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Okay, yeah, just like a sped up version.
Yes, I love
This
that
might be my
video.
favourite ending so far. Yeah, down there, you see like Deck D or Deck B is open and people actually found a way to get down there. There's got to be an actual ending there now. Surely. Like, I don't know. I haven't seen like I haven't even seen an ending list for the Stanley Parable.
The pink room,
the first
Stanley.
one.
Still no memory of this one. Good room though. A solid room.
Yes, it must be like, what's going on with the memory room? And it's like saying memories that didn't happen.
These really
That must
were
be a bit
treat
of
to hunt
lore
down.
to do with that.
If there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad.
Yeah,
we
no
resisted
reward.
the
Nothing
temptation.
new happening with the
Next one.
game when I collect all of them. Make sure, if I collect all of the freaking collectibles, nothing new happens in the game. Wouldn't want any new freaking content now. Oh yeah, we're going backwards, so obviously the door down here would open. Make sure no new content happens when you collect these collectibles. Wouldn't want people not collecting the collectibles to miss out now. I guess I do want to actually go over here. Or you can't. So what happens if you go there first? Does he just say, that's wrong, go back? I'm curious about that now. Also, what happens if we do this with the bucket? Can we do this with the bucket?
This was
Because it's one that I don't actually
don't you
get.
remember? Yes, I remember it too.
Got 17 of
The past
6,
is
how
truly
annoying is
a
that?
wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it, the very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Collect them all, can you find them, can you find... Are we just playing through the entire game again backwards? Oh, is this where you get the test achievement then? This might be, yeah, where you get it. Would be cool though. Then I guess in the next episode we can get the or maybe we can get the Settings World Championship one, or maybe we can do it in this
it's
one.
the terrible new
if we actually get back to
that
it.
we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything.
All my homies hated it back then.
I dare
Old
say
freaking
I'm
news now.
actually quite fond of
Absolute
it
dead
now.
meme.
Look how much fun the past is. I want more. Oh, yes.
Oh, whoops.
The two
I think that probably would have been it.
doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
So it's not going to be the achievement, yeah. When do you get that achievement then?
And before everything else, there was your office.
Hell yes.
Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
There was
There's
a
something I feel
cutscene,
I can remember.
and then there was a main menu. Are we going to go back to the original main menu? Or is this going to be new again? Is this going to be
Yes,
actually a bit
I'm
of...
remembering something now.
Ah,
I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness.
What would be so cool, I guess it would ruin
I
it.
stopped making decisions.
as if it shows like a bit
I became
of...
lazy. And I
like the
came up with,
co-workers
well,
actually being here.
come up with a
Imagine that,
character
like you
named
randomly
Stanley to
start
do my
one day,
thinking for me. He would
and
make
then
the
there's
decisions,
actually
he would
co-workers
decide
there.
which way to go.
All of the co-workers were
I would cheer
here.
him on as he
What
collected
happened?
figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown
So cool,
old.
like the original
I
cutscene
want
is
to think for
backwards.
myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's
Oh,
go
I feel
back
like it's
just
not gonna
once
be
and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll
a memory at
retire
all, is
for
it?
Good. I did enjoy telling his story.
Hopefully I
Very
can
much.
continue playing the game.
Okay.
Hopefully this isn't literally
we
just the
go.
end of it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay. Well, we can play once more. Let's make the most of it.
But Stanley simply couldn't.
Oh, it is
handle
just... Okay. It is just... It's not going to be anything... Like, you actually only have... I thought it was literally going to be like you only have one more playthrough.
All of his co-workers
So I
were
make it
gone.
very freaking
What could it
worthwhile.
mean? Stanley
Okay, yeah,
decided
so
to
back
go
to the normal
meeting
game
room.
now.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so we probably have time to just
What new
make sure we
mysteries lay in
do...
store for our bucket-loving heroes
No, we can't do
today?
that one
Let's
again.
find
Never
out.
mind. Because that was, yeah, I think that's a... No, what do I need to do again? I need the bucket, and we
Even
need to
now,
go into the red
Stanley's
door
office was a
with the
distant
bucket,
memory.
yes.
What did
And
it
then that'll
look
be
like?
the ending of the video.
There was a computer. Now this...
Oh, that was new. Whoops.
This is a
That was new.
bucket.
He was talking about a computer. What was he talking about? Okay, I'll look at that through editing.
Stanley clutched the bucket
That was
tightly
new.
to his chest. This was not the correct way to
I
the
was not
meeting
even
room.
paying attention. My apologies
Stanley
for
had
that.
felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
So I always want to finish the
And here
videos
it
on a
was.
bucket
Had
ending.
the bucket turned out to be correct? Was no.
So obviously with that
Never mind.
extra
The bucket was
thing with the
wrong.
collectibles, this might be a bit of a longer
Stanley
video
took the
again.
door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
So here we've died with
said
and
the
without the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting
We've gone through
room.
the vent
Go
with and
somewhere
without
else.
the bucket.
The cargo lift.
And
yes.
now we're going to go through the
there.
red door
Go
with
to
and without the
good.
bucket. So
Said the bucket.
in the next
Now ride
episode
the
there
lift
might
all
still
the way
be
to the
3
top.
things here. We
There's
might
something
be
up
able to
there
get
I
to
need
the
you to
bottom living,
Stanley
because
did
I know
not
you can like
question
glitch
why or
through, you can
how
go
this
through,
bucket
you
was
see that bit
speaking
there,
to
you
him.
can go through
It
there
should have alarmed
and
him,
drop
of course,
down a
because
bit.
buckets can't talk.
Then again, dropping
But Stanley
down
chose
from
not to
there you
think
die.
about this
Maybe if you drop down
obvious
from there and
fact.
land on one of
He
them
was
down
firmly
there.
convinced that the bucket
Maybe.
had spoken to him, and he
Right, so we drop down.
unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
You did not change your dialogue. The hell was this? A keycard? Can I unlock? If you can unlock there as well, there might be another 4 endings you can get here. So let's pretend we can't drop down. So after we go through the red door, there's 2 more we can do. We can go here again, go through the blue door with and without the bucket, and then obviously actually do the thing we're meant to do here with and without the bucket. This will be the last thing we do in
No,
episode
stop.
number 7.
Look
Ooh.
there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point."
Oh, it does.
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't
Is that actually
know what
here-
is a bucket and what isn't a bucket?
Was actually here
I
before?
suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket.
The thing I've got
Please,
here
step
is
in
not
here
a
for
bucket.
minute.
Okay. I was about to say, why are we fading out? There's a loading screen. The hell is this? Is
Now
this...
then,
Oh, I thought
I'm
it was,
going to
is
run
this
you
bucket?
through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Thumbnail?
Simple enough, right?
This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about
Like
what
that?
is or is
There we go.
not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
Oh, I can't get off the stage?
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
I don't think so, no.
Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an
Oh.
actual bucket.
I was correct. What is next?
Item 2.
Ooh, you see this?
Is this a bucket?
This isn't a bucket.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Big brain right here. And next? Oh, it's a sticker actually on
Item
mine.
3. Is this a bucket?
Feel like third time's a charm.
Correct.
Hell yes,
This
there we
is
go.
a bucket.
Am I actually getting this correct, or do you just, like, is it just correct no matter what? I feel like it's correct no matter what. This is what this game can do.
Item
Ooh.
4. Is this a bucket?
Now this is a bucket, yes. Oh.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just
So you
move
can
on
get it
to the
wrong.
next one.
Okay, so now I want to get all of them wrong and all of them right.
Is this a bucket?
See this? I feel like it is a bucket, yes.
Correct.
There we go.
This
is a bucket, yes. But now I think that it's just going to be like that no matter what.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Now you gotta be joking me with that. Get that freaking non-bucket out of
Trick
here.
question. Both. Gotcha.
Yeah. It's both. Well, you didn't freaking get me, mate, because I would have been right either way. If it was neither, then you would have got me.
Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Can we like freaking rummaging around again? Oh yes, this is a bucket.
Okay, you
Oh, it's
and I
not.
both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing
So you
could possibly
admit
be
the bucket
something.
is something?
Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Yes.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence, and yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Yes.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this.
I'm doing
losing
this one
myself, and
twice.
myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No!
Okay.
I mean, there's
Okay.
quite a freaking lot of them that I've already seen. No, the bucket's gone for the
What happened?
20th time.
Is everything gone? Why did
Everything's
everything
gone.
disappear?
Everything was a bucket.
Was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I had no idea. How could...
See?
Except me.
So nothing
I'm not
is a bucket
after
because there's
all.
nothing
And
here.
you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually
word
feel much
bucket
more at
is
ease
just
right
not a
now.
real word
It's
anymore, is it?
delightful to get some clarity
To
on
this
that
narrator,
issue,
you can
but it
never say
doesn't
the
change
bucket
fact
or the
that we
word
haven't
bucket
got a
again.
Game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll
Yes,
know
that's good.
that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Yeah, don't worry. No one's listening to this. No one's freaking knowing about everything being a bucket. You see this? There's a bucket here. I do want to do that again, though.
It should have alarmed him, of course.
I
because
died.
Stanley Field-
Okay. Let's try that again, shall we? And we are back
Now
to
then,
the famous
I'm going to
game.
run you
Welcome
through
back
some
to
test
Is This a
scenarios,
Bucket?
and
I
you'll
think it's
tell me
no,
whether or
yes,
not the
no,
thing I'm
yes.
showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
Okay.
Okay, let's begin.
I'm ready to get a freaking A star or an S.
Item 1.
If we're talking
Is
about
this
ranks.
a bucket?
That is not a bucket.
Correct.
Amazing.
It
I was
is a
ready to just get it
hologram
wrong
of a
immediately.
bucket, not an actual bucket.
Then the next one's a 3D printed one, right? And then the third one is a bucket. Then the two tractors, the two original tractors, aren't buckets, but the third one is, of course.
Is this a bucket?
No, that is a 3D printed bucket.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket.
There we go.
Not an actual bucket.
But then the third one, third time's a charm, is a bucket. And we can actually get these wrong now, I know.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Yes, that is.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Maybe I should have just... I mean, it does take a decent while to actually get back here. But maybe I should have, like the first one, said yes to see if it actually...
Item 4.
You can get it
Is this a
wrong.
bucket?
And I know you can get it wrong, because I got this one wrong originally.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To
Is it
be
going to be
honest,
different
I just
now?
sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay,
There we go.
next one.
New dialogue. Is it going to be the same, though? Are we going to get the tractor again? Okay, I'm going to hope that
Is
there's
this a
3
bucket?
tractors. So it should be no, no, yes.
Incorrect. This is
What?
a bucket.
Okay. We have to restart then. Third
Now
time
then,
is the
I'm
charm.
going to
Let's
run
do
you
this
through
correct,
some
shall we?
test
No,
scenarios,
no,
and
yes.
you'll
No,
tell me
yes.
whether or
Because
not
if
the
you
thing I'm
get
showing you
the
is a
tractor
bucket.
right the first time, then
Simple
the
enough,
second
right?
tractor
This
will
should tell us
be
everything
the
we'll
bucket
ever
rather
need
than
to
the
know
third
about
tractor.
what is or is not a bucket. Okay,
Let's
let's
go.
begin.
First one is...
Item 1. Is this
I
a
forget what it
bucket?
is.
Correct. It is
Hologram of a
hologram
bucket, that's right.
Not an actual
It's the
bucket.
freaking rumor bucket. The next one is a 3D print of a bucket. Very familiar with this one. Then the third one is a bucket.
Item 2. Is
And I
this
think it is my bucket playing the game. Especially now.
Correct.
This is...
It is
I've
a
given the
3D
bucket the
printed
controls now. So
recreation
the
of a
first 2
bucket,
times was
not
Stanley
an
doing it.
actual
Stanley's
bucket.
awful at knowing what isn't a bucket. There's this big red thing that he said was a bucket originally. How freaking sad was that? But now the bucket is in
Item
control.
3.
And
Is
the
this a
bucket
bucket?
freaking knows his dad when he sees him.
Correct. This is a bucket.
But then next, we know this isn't a bucket immediately.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
No, it is not.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot.
Nothing is too
Okay,
much
next
for
one.
Stanley. Is his last name Parable? Stanley Parable? Or is it just Stanley? Who knows? But this one, Buckets informed
Is
me I
this a
got this
bucket?
one wrong, or Stanley got this one wrong. This is a bucket.
Correct.
Thank you.
This is a bucket.
Now I don't remember. I think this is the one where it gets stuck, right? Oh no.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
This is the one where it's like a bucket and not a bucket at the same time.
Trick
Yes.
question. Both. Gotcha.
And next is the one where he struggles to, or like he can't bring out the next item, right? Yes.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
But this isn't a bucket because there's nothing there. Buckets inform me that nothing cannot be a bucket.
Yes.
Hell
Thank
yes.
you. There's nothing here. Of
You can
course it
actually
isn't
get
a
this right.
bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless, is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you
Oh,
believe
no.
everything is a bucket?
Is it just the same thing? Oh, I said yes before. We'll say no. So it is still going to be
You
different.
know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence, and yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is?
If you didn't make a freaking
Am I
3D printed
a
and
bucket?
hologram version of a bucket, then
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with.
oh the hell?
I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear
Who
our
is that?
relationship apart. I can't have that.
Jesus
I'm sorry.
Christ, that scared the crap
I'm
out of
going
me.
to erase
Why
all
is there a
buckets
guy
from the
there?
game entirely. Okay, here we go.
But I said no. I said you're not a bucket. Well, I'm kind of glad I freaking came back now to see that guy. Why is there a
What
guy
happened?
just there?
Is everything gone? Why did everything
Okay,
disappear?
well, this is the same, sadly. Okay, so there's nothing new there. So that was a waste of time. Nice way to end off this episode.
Stanley
But that,
had
ladies
never
and
seen the office
gentlemen,
this brightly lit. Was it a sign of
Yeah.
something? He hoped it was.
Should I try and get that thing again? The one that I skipped.
All of his co-workers.
Oh, that one.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself.
Maybe we got this
Minutes?
one?
Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
We might have had that one already, but I feel like, excuse me, I feel like it would take a while to actually get that one again. He said something about like a PC screen or a computer screen, something like that. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, that ends episode number 7, I do believe, of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As usual, there'll be a link in the description if you want to check this yourself. But for now, hopefully you enjoyed. Please do like and subscribe for our brand new. This is the boy Boss Fatwod. Thanks for watching, across all the ways. Peace.